Win a Pageant, episode 82. I created this step-by-step process after training thousands of women across the U.S. to win. Now you can have access to these winning strategies when you join me every Wednesday. Let's win a pageant. Hello, my dear. Welcome to the Win a Pageant podcast. I'm your pageant coach, Alycia Darby, and I'm gushing at the seams today. I am so proud of the women that are in the Pageant Interview Game Plan. They are so dedicated to their success, and of course, by their success, I don't just mean them winning the pageant, but the way that they are influencing their community is so powerful, and it's just incredible to watch them go through this. So the Pageant Interview Game Plan is an online course that I've created. It consists of 4 modules. The first is to set your foundation. The second is plan your answers. The third is prepare to dazzle. And finally, game day or showtime. Now, these are the 4 steps that you have to follow to actually nail your pageant interview. So you're gaining confidence through these 4 individual steps that have to be done in order. And each one of these modules is broken up into individual lessons that are delivered via video in the online portal. And each one of the lessons has homework for each one so that you really are able to get further down the path to success. So it's designed to allow you to finish one module every week, and it guides you step by step through each video. Some of the women are flying through it much faster than I expected. Others are really taking their time. They're really wanting to soak it up a little bit deeper. Some people even have just so much going on. My one little dear, Ava, is like a rock star. This girl's involved in so much stuff, so it's shocking and amazing how she's able to add this to her plate. But of course, it's a very step-by-step program, so she's just following the steps, you know? That's the best way to get to success, is have someone who's gone before you and then just follow the way that they've done it, you know? So either way is, of course, fine, because when you join, you do have ongoing access. So there's no time limit. There's no race to the finish line, of course, but it is designed to hold your hand so that you do reach the end. Now, it also comes with a playbook that serves as a guide to help you get to know yourself, to clarify your pageant mission statement, to research what the pageant is really looking for, to determine your stance on controversial issues. There are so many things in there that are designed to transport you easily from the confusion of pageant interview to absolute clarity, because I really want you to be able to communicate wisely and with freedom and clarity in your mindset during your interview. Now, it also comes with access to, this is one of my favorite things, it's a private Facebook group. And this is only for members who are a part of the course. And this is where I get to see all the magic happening. Every single weekday, I jump into this Facebook group and I get to answer questions and support my students and help them to really excel in the program and also along their pageant journey. And boy, oh boy, are they totally taking advantage of this personal coaching opportunity. It's been so fun. I mean, people are asking questions about everything from paperwork to wardrobe, and of course, we're over-delivering in the interview area. So I wanted to share with you today some of what's happening in there so that you can see if this community might be something that could help you with your pageant interview. Recently in the group, Samantha wrote, "I'm competing in Miss Arizona USA this weekend. So," she wrote like a zillion O's, "so thankful for this coaching. I feel so prepared and confident." And then my little favorite part was the emojis that she used. One of them was the cha-cha girl, you know, like in the red dress. Do you know which one I mean? That one is my favorite emoji. So that was fun to hear from Samantha. And then Courtney competed, I think it was just 3 weeks after she joined the program. So she was sharing gratitude to all of her supporters. And she said, "To my coach, Alycia Darby, without her services, I would have walked into that interview still and awkward. And you let me be myself, and I can't wait to train even harder this year so we bring that crown home. Thank you for believing in me." Courtney is an incredible model and just total rock star with her platform. in our group, she's providing so much nourishment to the other women in the group. So everybody knows her by now. Like everybody knows Courtney. She's always hopping on to my live trainings, and she's just such a mover and shaker in our group. It's awesome to watch her grow. Rita is a computer science major, and she recently interviewed with Microsoft. It was round 1 of a 2-part interview, and she wrote, "Who would have thought that pageant interview prep would have helped me with my first round of interview with Microsoft?" Apparently, her first part of the interview was all about personality. And that's where we begin and set the foundation. We really teach the contestant to know herself so well that she can confidently speak about herself. And Rita did just that, even to a Microsoft rep, not even in the pageant world. So that's exciting. And then Caitlin competed just 2 weeks after the course, and she finished as first runner-up. After her pageant, she posted a picture of her just stunning interview outfit. And what was beautiful is she was actually willing to share all of the details of where she got it, who the designers were. She even went and looked back at some stuff so that she could share more information, This woman is incredible. She wrote, "I placed first runner-up at the Miss Oregon USA pageant. Alicia's interview game plan works. I felt so confident going into my interview. Thank you again." You're welcome, Caitlin, and thank you so much for being a major contributor to our group. That's just so awesome what you're able to share. Angie and her daughter Emily are both in the game plan. Emily is a teen, and she was just competing a couple of weekends ago, and her mom posted some photos so that we would be able to cheer her on and kind of see how she's doing. Her mom wrote, "Emily had an outstanding interview. She said the judges were sad that the time was up and that she made them laugh." So I think that's a good sign. You're right, Angie. That is absolutely a great sign. Thank you so much for sharing that. It's cool to hear when a woman's personality actually does bleed through in her interview, so we're not just standing there stiff and, uncomfortable. So that's awesome, Angie, and congrats, Emily. So you've heard me say this before, that you always get more than you pay for, because I love presents and surprises and treats. So I always promise to over-deliver every single time. And in the case of the pageant interview game plan, I have a ton of bonus trainings to help with other areas of competition as well. Not just the interview, but it goes further beyond that, like the wardrobe style guide. So this training actually breaks down how to define your personal style and what you can wear in pageant interviews. So I go over the trends, the old trends, like what not to do, and then trends that are currently happening now. There's also a training that shows you how to stand, how to pose, how to do walking patterns on stage, how to move throughout stage, really how to model your gown, your activewear swimsuit, and just how to walk in general. And when you join the pageant interview game plan, you do have the option to get a mock interview with me over Skype. And I record the mock interviews because I want you to be able to watch them back and give yourself feedback. So a few of the girls said that they would be willing to allow me to share their words with you so that you can learn how the game plan has helped them. So here's Amanda.
I've never, ever put this much preparation into a pageant in my entire life. Yeah. So there's that. And there's also the fact that I always knew interview was important, probably since my second or third pageant. But it wasn't until really, getting the coaches for this one and really being able to understand it that I was like, okay, literally interview is I'm going to win it in interview. I feel like I could trip on the stage in evening gown, but if my interview is blown out of the water, nothing else would matter. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So I kind of feel good going in and saying, I have a plan, I have a goal, numbered, and I can reach this goal, and I have a plan that I actually plan on using this title for, and I feel like it makes me feel really good that I'm actually able to say that I am ready for this title, because in the past I would never have been ready for even a state title.
Oh, I love this girl. Now, at the end of every mock interview, I always give an assignment because I want you to be able to do something that continues to help you grow. And Amanda finished her assignment literally within 30 minutes after our mock interview. And then she posted it in the group so that she could get immediate feedback. I just love that. And that speed of implementation, when you just want something and you do it and you go for it, I mean, Amanda is going to be a huge, huge success because of that. I cannot wait to see how she does. And then here's another one. This is Hosanna. Here's what she had to say.
I've had absolutely no coaching in my entire life via pageant, like at all. I don't know. I think I was on like 1.3 of Module 1, and I'm just like, man, I would have been good with just this. This is like the first thing and then I've been listening to your podcast and I'm all behind. So I'm starting at like number 70 and I like have to scroll to the bottom and start at number 1. Listen to it every morning. I'm like doing my yoga in the morning and I'm like, oh, that's so good, Alycia. I feel so good now.
Now, Hosanna came to her interview completely prepared in full hair and makeup and accessories. In fact, I wouldn't have been surprised if she was wearing the heels for her interview wardrobe too. She is a total A player for sure, so it's an honor to have her in this group. And then now I want you to hear from Samantha. Here's what Samantha said.
I competed for the first time in the same system last year, and I didn't have a coach or anything. I thought I knew, like, okay, you can just, like, do a regular interview, like they're not really looking for anything. And I learned so much about like the psychology behind it. So I'm like 100% more confident.
Now, I personally learned so much from Samantha. She is such a positive woman. She's extremely well-read and experienced in a variety of areas of human behavior. So this woman is a true leader. And one of the things I just think is so cool about this group that we are really developing is you will find that in pageantry, your pageant sisters become your dearest friends. I mean, you probably see all over Instagram how women that are getting married always have their bridesmaids or their sister queens and things like that. You know, it's like that's truly the community that we're building as pageant women. I would love to invite you to join us in the Pageant Interview Game Plan. We are right in the middle of our enrollment period right now for the game plan, so you can join now. Unless, of course, you're listening to this podcast a month after it's launched, because then you might have to wait until sometime in the new year when it opens again. But as of the time of this podcast airing, it is open for you to join. Private coaching like this would usually cost you about $900 each time you wanted the support. And the Pageant Interview Game Plan is less than $300. And since our group right now is relatively small, you will be able to get a ton of personal attention. You can get all of the details about the Pageant Interview Game Plan at interview.winapageant.com. I know that the women in our group would love to welcome you and to support your training and cheer you on as you go through your pageant. Plus, they would love to have your support too. I would love to be your teacher, your mentor, your coach, to guide you towards success and a successful pageant interview and pageant process altogether. So if you've got some questions about whether or not this program is right for you, please email me. It's Alycia@winapageant.com. I'll be able to kind of hear a little bit about your situation and then advise you if now is the best time or if this is not the program for you. But if you know that you are totally ready, then please join us today. Again, you can get all the details at interview.winapageant.com because that, my dear, is how you win a pageant. Thank you for joining me this week, and I look forward to seeing you in the Pageant Interview Game Plan. Hey there, I'm Alycia Darby, and I just want to say thank you so much for watching that last video. If you totally loved it and got something from it, would you just click subscribe right here to subscribe to our YouTube channel? Hey, I am here for you, and I've got so many more trainings and videos for you. In fact, this one would be a really great one to watch next. Or if that topic doesn't interest you, then try this one. It's my most recent video training. So I think both of these would be really great for you. Thank you again so much for subscribing. I am honored to be your coach. I'll see you again soon.